I have to say, I'm a huge fan of the show, and I love this season because your character really got to kind of really blossom. How was that for you as, filling Carmen's shoes, for
Well,
season 3?
wonderful. First off, I love Carmen, such a beautiful character to play and dig into. And she's just keeps on evolving in this really beautiful way. I think there's a groundedness and a truthfulness about her experience. She's going through these things and that's just what it is. And yeah, it's nice to see her. I always enjoy when she has fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this season has been, especially with like what happened with Miguel and stuff, it's been kind of really heart wrenching and stuff, like gut wrenching. With regards to, I guess also being at Netflix now, because I know what season 3 was shot for YouTube, but now you guys are with Netflix. What has been like that to like now have like an even bigger fan base? Like, do you get stopped on the street and people go up to you just like I did, go, Carmen from Cobra?
It only happened like a few times, and the fans were really nice and respectful. And my favorite is when like family, like a mother and her son in Vancouver stopped me, and they were like, "You're on," and this is when it was still on YouTube, and that was like one of my favorites because it was literally like Carmen and Miguel. Like I was just like, "You guys watch it together. It's great," and they were so sweet. But it's been a weird time, so I haven't been out on the street, in 2020 too much, and other people too, and then we're all like social distancing, so it's a little weird. But I think we're getting in the groove of it, and the move to Netflix has been wonderful. It's opened it up to such a wider audience, and Netflix really has done a really good job of that. So it's been great.
Yeah, I know. And like greenlit season 4 before season 3 even came out. I was like, whoa, this is good. This is good stuff. So it's not like where you're like, oh, it comes to the end of this 3rd season, what's going to happen? You know that you can actually invest in the characters.
Right.
And yeah, I wanted to ask you, what would you like for your character to experience or go through, or if you could, like, drop a note to the writers, like, hey, this would be really cool for Carmen. What would you like to see in season 4 happen?
Oh
Because it's
man,
coming, right? It's right around the corner.
it is. It is. I would love to see her kind of flesh out these complicated feelings that she has for Johnny. You know what I mean? It's like so like I'm attracted to you, I love you, but you also like irk me, and why aren't you more stable or something? I would love to see her dance more. I'd love to see her get her sense of power, just have fun and just be like, you know what, okay, Miguel's out of the wheelchair and I can go to my, dance class, and see you later, Johnny, if you want to join this hot ride or not. I would like to see that, like Carmen really come into her own. And of course, the relationship with Johnny has been so wonderfully grown organically that I can only wait to, and hope for more of that to happen.
Where
I,
are you guys in the midst of season 4, if you don't mind me asking? Are you trying to shoot it during the pandemic wearing a mask, or are you guys, is it in the can already, or what
oh
can
no, it's not canon already, and I can't say too much. But yeah, it is happening, and of course we're going along with the new protocols and keeping everybody safe. That's the only way that it can happen, and that's kind of the beauty of a production too. We do that, in originally with other things, make sure everybody's safe. So now we just have something else to make sure everybody's safe and healthy from. So well, we're doing it.
I do have a funny question for you with regards to you just being an actress within the world of Karate Kid, right? Cobra Kai, Karate Kid. Do you ever kind of get really bummed that you're like not learning karate? Your character isn't doing that. Like, do you secretly like want to pull people aside and be like, hey, teach me that? Or, hey, come here. I know how to do this. Like, I know seriously how to do this. Don't mess with me. Don't prank me on set. I am like, I don't want to tell you, but I've trained.
First of all, if I said that, it'd be like a lie. I think I have good instincts. But yeah, for sure, I would love to get training and to be on the mat and more, choreography and stuff like that. I mean, the only training that Carmen ever had was like her her like dream karate dojo scene with Johnny. So we had to choreograph that. But that's, I'm like, no, I want like real martial arts. Like, take me seriously.
Yeah, I would love to see that. And I mean, I would feel a little, I mean, I do, not, the word is not pity, but I do feel bad that you're kind of missing out on this opportunity to like learn some really legit skills. And you're
Totally. And
like,
I think Carmen is a secret badass. Or you can imagine Carmen combined with some karate skills, she'd be unstoppable.
I would agree with you on that 100%. Hopefully, maybe we can put out the stratosphere. Your character gets to be some sort of mentor. Maybe she has an episode where she has to defend herself, and Johnny's like, you know what? I'm gonna teach you the ways, and then before you know it, you're like a superhero defending the universe.
All about it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Um, I also do want to ask you a weird question, because I have been stalking you on Instagram and I see all of your Kamala Harris photos. And I will say, you next to Kamala Harris, would you ever want to play her like in a biopic?
Oh my gosh. I think honestly, I would love to see some of my South Asian friends play her, and I mean, I am biracial. I do have that aspect, but oh my God, yeah. So in a dream world, I would say yes, of course, but that has to be like the right fit. And but just being able to see that in this day and age is literally like a dream come true. Like, and I remember even before she was picked for VP, I saw her picture and I saw like some content and I was like, this woman. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
you
I tell
know.
you, from your Instagram, I feel like she's your spirit animal. And like I said, the two pictures of you guys side by side, I was like, because
I
I do, it is, it is also about essence too, an essence
yes.
person
I
and their
mean,
spirit, their energy.
and what a beautiful thing it is to see her in the spotlight. It truly is. And her and AOC, and I'm just loving women of color coming through strong, because I always say there's no stopping a woman and a woman of color when she has focus and drive. Better watch out, because she's
Mhm.
going to do really beautiful things in the world.
What do you think, people can expect if they haven't been, if they're not familiar with Cobra Kai, right? They're familiar with Karate Kid, but they haven't had a chance to actually dive into the Cobra Kai, series. What should they know about it, and what should they expect, especially from season 3?
Expect to laugh. Expect to have some memories come back, and to just to have a fun ride in this kind of ridiculous but really heartfelt universe, where people have to fight for themselves using martial art, using karate, and that is much more vulnerable and has an ability to grow um, these characters in really wonderful ways. So enjoy the ride, I guess.
What is it like to be a part of the Karate Kid universe? Because that is such an iconic franchise. I mean, that brings up so much nostalgia. And I feel like, you must have been a fan, right? Going into the series.
I totally was, so much so that I had to kind of block it from my mind when I auditioned. I was like, it's just another audition, it's fine. It's like, I don't care about it. And really, I was like, oh my God, like, this is great. I was a huge fan, and mostly via my brother. I was the youngest of 3, so he was really drawn to the movie series. And yeah, those characters were just so large, and the story was brought so beautifully, and hit a lot of truth in terms of how I grew up, growing up in New Jersey. Hello. It's an underdog story. I'm a first generation Colombian, Latina, and it's natural. Um,
Yeah, I just get a job where I get to make out with Johnny. Like my character gets to move into that realm. I'm not just a character on the show, but yeah, no, I get to make out with like one of the leads who is,
oh my
yeah.
God. Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm like, whoa, like watching it as a kid, I was never like watching it like, yeah, I'll meet that person one day. Like, no, never. So it's kind of beautiful how the, things happen.
Have you guys had some really silly, funny moments? I mean, the show is funny in general, but I wonder when like they say cut, what goes on behind the scenes? Because I feel like you guys are a good group.
You
Oh no, there's dirt there. There's dirt there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Let me show
know,
you. Audio is good. Okay, we're all
'cause
good. We're all good. All right. Ready for the tea. Tell us what goes
I'm
on
just
behind
thinking,
the
I'm thinking that immediately the first person to make a joke is Sholo.
Okay.
Immediately.
Uh-huh.
Like he's always like, even if he's like walking past you, he'll like make a funny face and you're like on screen and you have to like be like, it's still in character. He's he's hilarious. Just the Mexican restaurant scene was really fun to film because we had to dance and we had to, it's a table scene and that takes a lot of coverage and a lot of time to do. And there's also that like dynamic. So there was
Yeah.
one point, I don't know if it was like through exhaustion or what, we all just had like a giggle fit. Like we just could not pull it together to say our lines when they were like going through their whole dojo competition thing. So it was like to the point where we're laughing so much. We were like, they were like, you're wasting time now. And I was like, okay. So we had to really, really pull it together, but it's fun, and you have to have some laughs to break the tension in the ice because sometimes you're thrown into doing really ridiculous things like the dream sequence was so ridiculous that I didn't even think it was like, I thought they were kidding me when they told me that. They were like, yeah, we're going to do this thing. And I was like, haha, like, all right, guys, where's the real scripts? Like, I thought it was like,
And they're like, no, 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 no. This is the real script. These are the lines. Make sure you memorize them. And you're like,
yeah. Lo
okay.
and behold, I'm pouring beer over myself. So I'm like, what is this? What are we doing? But you just have to have that base of like trust and presence with the people you work with in order for those ridiculous things to fly and to have a life. So that's exactly what it has been. So no complaints here.
Can we talk about the dancing? Can we talk about it? Like how did you prepare for it? What do you take credit for? What do you say, okay, yes, that was sort of outsourced or learned or what? Or give me the 411 on the dancing, because those were some serious moves.
Oh, well, I'm glad. It was a little tough because I was wearing not dancing shoes. So I was like, I can't move really. And meanwhile, like Daniel and Amanda are like spinning in the back.
Yeah.
It was really funny. They let us just kind of do our own thing. They didn't really choreograph us too much.
So wait. You're telling me those are all your own signature moves?
Yeah. Yeah. We just made it up as we went along. I did have, yes, was showing Billy a little bit how the salsa moves. I mean, I definitely in my family, it's like, I realized pretty quick, I think as a preteen, like, oh, I really have to learn how to dance salsa if I'm gonna, continue to be in my family, because it's like not even an option. So, and of course, as a young kid, I grew up, my parents would have family parties and inevitably, your parents or my parents' cousins or aunts and uncles would be like, this is how you dance, teaching you along the way, follow your feet, all this stuff. So that came naturally to me, that's how I learned. So that's how I teach it. And yeah, we just had fun. They just let us play, which was nice.
But seriously, what do you think like karate and just having that type of story, means to kids, especially, with like I mean, Carmen, is the mother to Miguel, and Miguel, karate means a lot to him. So in general, even outside of the show, what do you think karate and just it as an activity for kids, what do you think it means? It's a community too.
It is. I think it's a beautiful one too. Um, I think it means what it teaches, inner strength, um, discipline. Finding that within yourself is a beautiful thing. And then when it manifests into the physical, it's even more beautiful. So I think at its core, it teaches an essence of life. The inner breeds the outer. So not the outer breeds the inner breeds the outer, So
I
and
know.
that's contradictory to what most things teach. But it's really a life lesson that is valuable and true, and that we really, it benefits us to remember that.
Well, I hope they give you a chance to show them your kick-ass skills and you get to gain some more, especially with karate. Apart from the dancing, we know you're skilled in that. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
It was a lot of fun talking to you, Emerson.